Hey guys, today we're going to talk about graphics. We're going to be very serious about it because it's a serious business. But not too serious because I just came back from vacation and I am pretty much relaxed. So let's talk about graphics after the intro. Alright, so I'm Pascal from Orange Pixel, and in all the recent years I've been creating games. They have all been done using PixelART graphics, and you might have noticed that. If you haven't, then you probably haven't been playing my game. Anyway, all my games have been using PixelART, and over those years, of course, there have been a lot of people, a lot of people have been telling me you should stop using PixelART and you should just improve your graphics and use high resolution or 3D models or anything but pixel art. And there are a couple of great reasons why I have not been listening to them and have stuck with pixel art. So I wanted to talk about those main reasons in today's video. So let's talk about pixel art. Reason number 1. Alright, so the first reason is a Spectrum 48K, Spectrum 128K. Those were the two computers I grew up with and were the first computers I had contact with when I learned about computers and graphics and games. And back in those days, the first sprites I created were done on graph paper. So we had an 8x8 square and you just filled in the black squares of that paper of where the image should be, and then you had to figure out which bits are those, and that those 8 bits would then create a byte, and then you had 8 bytes, and then you had one sprite. All very technical stuff, but it was pretty much the only way to do graphics in those days. So that's really what I grew up with, and all the games I loved playing and all the games I played back in the day when I grew up were all done in pixel art. It was the only style that was there until the 90s. It started becoming 3D and everything around it. But most of the games that really got my attention and made me interested in creating games were all done in this graphic style, and that's just why I love it. Probably it's not so much retro as more nostalgia, and it kind of works, but there are a couple of other reasons why I'm still doing it these days. So let's talk about reason 2. And the second reason is that I'm pretty fast at doing pixel art, because I've been doing it for so long that usually if I have an idea up there, it just takes a few minutes to draw it in pixel art, and then a few more minutes to animate it, and then a few more minutes to put it in the game. And that's a lot faster than having to wait days or weeks or even hours for somebody else to draw it in higher resolution or 3D models, and then find out that it's not really what I thought it would be and that it needs to be redone and something completely different. And so I'm just a solo game developer, so for me this is the quickest route from up here into the computer. And that's why I'm doing pixel art. Bringing us to reason number 3. Reason number 3. Alright, so reason number 3 is a serious one. I'm very happy with my pixel art. I'm not as happy with my normal drawing skills. I know other people tell me I can draw and draw pretty good, but I don't agree with them. I always see a bunch of flaws in my own artwork. So I think it would be extreme torture for myself if I had to draw everything in high resolution. And I probably would take days to just draw one character, and I can't imagine having to draw all the things in a game in high resolution and not being really happy with everything. So the high resolution art right now is, I'm just not at that level that I want it to be. So it's not going to be possible, and then I'd have to find other people to do those type of drawings, and that costs a lot of money and time, and it would just remove a lot of speed out of my game development. I'd probably be bored with the game by the time I get the first art piece. So high resolution art isn't an option right now. And as far as 3D stuff goes, I don't have the knowledge for 3D games, but I also haven't done any 3D modeling in 15, 16, a lot of years. I mean, I think Blender just came out when I did one of my last couple of 3D models, and haven't touched much model software since then. So 3D is not an option, high resolution is not an option, because I'm not happy with my own art skills. Which is really the third and main reason to stick with pixel art in my games. So there you have it. Those are the main reasons why I use pixel art in my games. It's fast, it's very economic, and I'm just good at it. So also if I start using a different graphic style in my games, that doesn't mean everybody will suddenly love my games. There just will be another bunch of haters that will tell me they don't like that style of graphics, and it doesn't matter what you do.
The point is, haters gonna hate, shake it up.
It's always possible to find people that just don't like what you do. And I think that's a good lesson for this little video here. For other game developers, just stick to what you know and what you're good at, and trust that there is an audience for it. Doesn't matter what you create, there's always an audience there for you. And if you need more convincing, just check out some of the big games that have been released over the years, done in pixel art, and just one Stardew Valley, Terraria, and there's a lot more out there. There is an audience for such games as long as the game is good enough. People don't care if it's pixel art or 3D or very realistic. It doesn't matter, just stick with what you know and ignore the haters. Which brings us to the end of this video, and next week we'll do a Space Grunts devlog, but as you might have known, I was on vacation last week, so I just had to do a quick little video for this week. And next week I should have something new and interesting for Space Grunts. So see you guys next week. Bye.